Welp, we're on our 5th MonsterVerse movie now. We began the franchise 10 years ago with the serious one, followed by the comedy, then we had an over-the-top, human-obsessed entry, and now we have 2 completely bonkers films to fill out the franchise. Are any of these movies actually good? I mean, one could argue the first installment is fantastic, and if you like what Skull Island delivered, I won't rebut your claim. But as far as entries 3 to 5 go, it's hard to say these movies are actually good. For what they are, though, entertaining and crowd-pleasing are fine ways to describe them. In particular, Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. Or, sorry, Godzilla Con: The New Empire. Now, I did in fact make a video a couple of weeks ago about how I wish they kept the original tone of the MonsterVerse. However, I understand why they went in the direction they did. It'd be pretty tough to keep this universe grounded if your goal is to introduce more monsters. At some point, it's bound to feel campy and ridiculous, but as long as you make it fun, people will be pleased. Case in point, Godzilla Con. Each film since the beginning has slowly grasped the idea of the importance of showcasing the monsters as often as possible. Nobody cares about the human characters. They try giving them some characterization, even in the New Empire, but they're really only there to provide exposition and propel the plot along. Imagine a movie starring a giant ape and dinosaur-like creature and filling that 2-hour runtime without dialogue. That'd be pretty tough, so the humans are there to balance out the monsters. Whether they focus too much on the humans is up to the viewer. I for one think they have a good mix in this film. You get some breaks away from the monsters with needed exposition for story's sake, but they shy away little from the titans in this one. This probably has as much action, if not more, than Skull Island, which I'm happy about. So an issue many people had with 2014's Godzilla and 2019's King of the Monsters has been resolved. Monster movies are about them. Give us as much of them as possible. For the second straight movie, Kong is the lead star and gets a bulk of the runtime over Godzilla. Some may have an issue with it, but it doesn't bother me. The action scenes featuring Kong are more thrilling, whereas Godzilla just uses his atomic breath as a cheat code, so it's never as fun when following him. Nevertheless, maybe if a 6th film is made, which it will be, they could give Godzilla his trilogy ender. Villain-wise, Scar King is an upgrade over Mechagodzilla, so that's a plus too. Luckily, multiple new titans are introduced in this movie. I found King of the Monsters and Godzilla vs. Kong underwhelming because they not only delivered slim monster action, but they didn't present enough new titans. If you're going all out, just do it and don't hold back. Godzilla Kong certainly does not. Thank God. If we're gonna talk positively about the humans though, I did like Dan Stevens, and Brian Tyree Henry has some funny lines. I also like the connection the little girl has with Kong and her mother, played by Rebecca Hall. They get some things right for once. The characters certainly aren't as forgettable as the Millie Bobby Browns or Kyle Chandlers of the world either. Sure, it can get really dumb, so much to the point where it's laugh out loud hysterical. The road these humans take in the new entry is bizarre as ever, and it doesn't make much sense. Just think of the craziest, most insane story idea ever for a MonsterVerse movie, and that's what this is. Not that I care, in fact the stories have never been a strong suit of the MonsterVerse. We're at the point in the series where anything grounded has completely gone out the window. So for what they're going for, despite a wild ride, it doesn't bother me anymore, and is an upgrade over the last movie in terms of storytelling. At least it's entertaining, like I said. We receive a plethora of battles between the titans, unlike in the last couple of movies that gave us few and far between. Even if it's bonkers beyond belief, I'd be lying if I said I was bored. All in all, this movie provides entertainment. The monster fights are what we came for, and they do a great job in giving us that. The human characters aren't as boring this time around, our villain is an upgrade, the film is bonkers from beginning to end, and Legendary Pictures isn't afraid to admit it. If you were disappointed in the last few MonsterVerse installments like myself, you should be happier with this one. Am I still upset about the tone of these movies? Yeah, I wish it felt similar to Godzilla 2014. But this is reality now. They're making money, and we won't see that tone again for as long as the MonsterVerse is intact. So again, for what this movie is going for, I can't complain per se. It's the best the MonsterVerse has to offer since Skull Island. It feels like they're trying to make this more fun. I can actually sit down and watch the entirety of the New Empire without feeling antsy. It's not cinema like Peter Jackson's King Kong or Godzilla 2014, but it will do, and I like it more than than just about everything I've seen so far this year, excluding Doom Part 2. So what are your thoughts on Godzilla Khan: The New Empire? And how would you rank the MonsterVerse movies? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And as always, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time.